Monday, everyone. We are back for episode 5.
What's up,
Wait, it's
everybody?
Hello.
It's Monday.
Hey,
It's Monday.
I thought you guys were calling me here for an intervention. Okay.
Yeah,
Fucking Monday.
Nope.
had a long
Red's gonna need one at the rate she's going, though.
We had a war over the weekend. We have a whole bunch of stuff happened over this.
We have
last
Gary
week.
Middleton here. Oh my God. His first appearance on the Situation Room.
and I got my
The
cookie
man.
too. I got a cookie. See,
You did?
Gary, which one did you get, Gary?
I actually got 2 of them. This one's some kind of chocolate, and then the other one,
The chocolate crumb cake?
Yeah,
I got that one
chocolate
too.
crumb cake, and then the Snickerdoodle.
Okay. I got the gingerbread cake and the chocolate crumb cake. Those are the 2 that I got.
And I got the shortbread with Twix.
And then,
That's what I
then I got my cup of milk.
Just saying, I bought all of them, but tonight I'll be having the lemon poppy seed.
Okay.
So, Gary, do you want to try your cookie? And since we start with the top left-hand corner and work our way around, so
I'm dipping it in milk now. Give me a sec.
you're dipping your cookie in the milk.
Yeah, you gotta have the milk, man.
Makes sense.
What makes the cookie?
I have chai masala tea.
Red had a cookie earlier though. It's not
I
bad.
have a rum and coke, so okay.
Which cookie do you have again,
Cookie.
Gary?
Which cookie do I have, Gregory?
You have the chocolate crumb cake.
Yeah, chocolate crumb cake. That's what I have.
Oh,
It's pretty good. It's not bad. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be.
So I bought the 4-pack, and I have to revise my review from last week. Last week I said that they were overrated and overpriced. What I learned is that they don't go stale overnight. You can actually snack on the cookies for several days. So therefore, I had to revise my review. Of course, I was right back there today participating. And I think I am now also hooked and will be spending $20 a week on cookies. So I got the 4. I got the lemon poppy seed, the chocolate raspberry thing, the gingerbread, and the chocolate crumb cake one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will say they are overpriced cookies.
They definitely are. They
No,
definitely
they're
are.
not.
This is a
$5
cookie. $5 cookie.
Look at how
But
big
you
they
gotta
are,
buy
though.
more, so it's cheaper.
I will say that so the lemon poppy seed never made it to my house. I ate the entire cookie in the parking lot. I have sampled them all. I think that the gingerbread is lacking some flavor.
I like that.
This chocolate raspberry is divine, absolutely divine.
all
Oh
right.
my God. Oh my God.
This lemon is more like cake.
Chocolate.
It's softer.
I think this week the chocolate raspberry wins for me. Final answer, chocolate raspberry for me.
I gotta go with this one, the shortbread with Twix. That's
I
gotta
didn't
be.
get that one.
I didn't get any this week, so
Nick's slacking. That's not right.
yeah.
Spelling didn't
I
play.
said, kick him off the panel. Even I brought a cookie. Jeez. Yeah. That's okay. You saved yourself $10 at least.
But we agreed. It doesn't
No,
have
it's
to
like
be from Crumble.
$23 because I
can even make your
wouldn't
own.
want to drive to the next city over to get it.
Jeez, look how thick this one is, though.
Oh
So I
my
have to get
god!
4-pack
That
on
is a
Instacart and didn't
Thick
kid.
ass cookie.
I mean, on DoorDash and too.
It is, isn't it, Gary?
Is that the gingerbread one?
Yeah.
It's a good 3-pound
Yeah.
cookie.
Yeah.
Yep. He and I got the same ones. They're really good.
Babe, bring me the scale. We're gonna weigh this thing.
Yeah, weigh that fucking thing.
Babe,
He's actually good.
Gagan?
I'm asking her if we got a food skip.
I am really enjoying this lemon. It's like having a lemon bar.
Yes.
It's really something. It's kind of cakey. It's not super strong flavored unless you get the jelly that's underneath the glaze. I would definitely get this one again. This one may not make it home as well.
I felt that it was kind of like it's almost like lemon meringue on the inside, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I love lemon meringue.
It would be very much a disappointment to my wife if I didn't bring this one home.
I might try it later on in the week, but I'm not really into the fruit cookies myself. I like,
I know.
yeah.
So you got what, Cray Cray?
I got the chocolate crumb cake and the gingerbread. They're good.
Okay, the gingerbread I have is
Uh-huh.
5.78 ounces.
Wow.
It's how much?
5.78 ounces.
Dang, that's half a can of soda. That's heavy.
That's a
So
heavy cookie.
it's about a third of a pound. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a heavy cookie.
So Cray Cray, which did you prefer? Did you try both?
I don't know. I like them both. Yeah, I tried them both. I like them both. The chocolate crumb cake will definitely tackle any chocolate cravings you may have, especially late at night. It'll really hit. And then the gingerbread is a great holiday cookie. So yeah,
I'm
I like
trying
them
the
both.
gingerbread now.
I still say
What
s'more still takes the lead out of all cookies so far.
I will
What
tell
kind
you
of
Which
when
one?
I-
The s'more. Yeah. The s'mores is going to be really hard to beat, Cody.
It's the standard.
yeah, that's
that's
the
even
standard.
chocolate chip.
when I was picking up my cookies this morning, I told the girls that on our weekly show, we have Cookie Corner where we feature crumble cookies. I showed them the Discord, and I will continue to show them every week until we end up with a sponsor from Cookie
Oh.
Corner.
I
Cool.
will say, Cray, between the two cookies, I prefer the second one.
Which one? The chocolate cake or
gingerbread?
the gingerbread? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Gingerbread is nice. It kind of tastes like pumpkin, kind of.
Now, not everybody's going to agree with me because not everybody likes this flavor, but I do, especially with spiced rum. I'm looking forward to an eggnog type of flavor of cookie to come up. So yeah, I'm waiting patiently.
No, Donna likes eggnog. She'll probably try that
Yeah.
one. I won't. She did
Yeah.
say her white macadamia nut cookies that I brought home to her were very delicious.
Okay. Good.
Does Boots have fruit for the day?
Ronald, are you there? He's probably on an order.
Yes, he's dropping
I'm-
off if you need an order.
I'm here, but
Oh, hi.
all I got is nothing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's the muffin
Well,
man.
Now I don't have a muffin. I have nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Oh,
nothing.
nothing.
Oh,
Oh.
you got the new invisible.
I mean,
turkey.
I can show my bottle of water I'm drinking if y'all want to,
He's
Ronald,
got
as many restaurants as you visit throughout your 20-hour shifts, you couldn't manage to pick up one thing.
Cause I don't really do the sweets. I be
Whatever. Oh gosh.
The
Okay.
water he's got is the fresh snow. Is from the fresh snow that Hawaii got.
No, it's
Yeah.
like the Bobby Boucher water from Waterboy, high quality H2O. The one he had in the blue bottle. That's
Oh,
what it
that
is. Yeah.
Hollywood. What's up? How you doing? Get better soon, Hollywood. Get better soon.
But I was hoping to be able to, get into a store and buy something real quick, but y'all got to me too fast.
Who's
Okay.
going to show up one week with the cheap Dollar General or cheap Walmart brand cookies and start eating them on the cameras. Call that their
Oh
cookie.
my gosh, don't.
Hey, don't be making fun of the cheap Walmart cookies, man. I like those
Hey,
cookies.
some of them Walmart cookies be fire though.
That's
Them
true.
mini
Yeah, like
M&M ones
the
are pretty
seasonal
good.
ones. Yeah, the seasonal ones are really good too. The ones that come in the bag, like the 3 cookies in the bag ones. They have some really good seasonal ones. But I was thinking of getting crumble cookies catered for my overnight associates at work sometime before Christmas. So I'll have to look into that.
Ooh, that's when you get the tiny cookies.
Just don't tell the
Yeah,
driver.
that's the little cookies or whatever. But I don't know if those type of catering orders are strictly pushed through DoorDash or if they have their own drivers. I don't know. I really don't.
I don't believe
crumble
any of
cookies?
mine have their own drivers.
Okay.
I would bet it's something they're expecting you to pick up for like an event, like ahead of time.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look into that. I don't know. I'll have to go on their website or whatever.
What are we talking about? Crumble cookies?
Yeah, the catering
Mr.
side ones.
Mr. Pedro DoorDash Santiago is in the house. Hello, sir. How are
Ah,
you? Yeah. The second best
Pedro.
basketball player in the gig community, next to myself.
What's up, Pedro? Good live last night.
He knows what's up. I was trolling him basketball wise in his chat last night. We were up late at night. He it was hilarious, but yeah.
All righty, time for a weekly recap. Mr. Gary,
Oh, what do you want to know?
your weekly recap.
How did you? Yeah. How did your week go?
Gary? Gary, how was
Uh,
your week, and what are your plans for this upcoming week?
My week went well. Let's see, I started doing rideshare again this week.
Mm-hmm.
So I got back into doing rideshare. That went okay. 9 out of 10 people do not tip. So I definitely got to make sure that it pays well to take because just nobody tips anymore. Food delivery, of course, that always goes well. You know, I got LOP, pizza program, all that stuff, so that goes well. Make my money there. I definitely still prefer food delivery over rideshare, but I don't mind the rideshare as long as people talk. It's the people that don't talk that drive me nuts. Like I want some conversation when you're in my car, you know. And then other than that, just working on the apps. Gig Wars has a bunch of stuff changing on it. Do you want me to go over that?
Yeah, sure. Or do you want to wait and we'll just come
Yes,
back to
whatever you
that?
wanna
'Cause
do.
that's going to be really in depth, I think. Yeah, we'll come
Okay.
back to that. So my week, app wise, kind of slow first half of the week. But I still finished out the week with just under $1,000, like 985 or something. Spent a lot of time yesterday on Instacart, and I need to focus on Instacart because I have 131, I think, shops left to do to maintain my status. So I've got 3.5 weeks to get that done. So I'm going to be cranky, obnoxious, not maybe violent over the next few weeks.
Is anybody else wondering how this is any different than any other day?
That's what I'm thinking.
oh shit!
So my plan is to do 50 shops this week. 50. Damn, that's a lot. And how many did I do today? Let me look at the app.
4.
I think it was more than that.
Gary's keeping tabs for you.
So is Cody, thank God. Hold on. How many did I do today?
Red's figuring out.
You know what? It only was 4. It
Yeah,
was only
I told
4.
you.
Shit.
And now you got like
So I
100.
have 40. I have 46 to do this week. 46 shops.
You got it. Need to increase that to 7 a day instead of 4 a day. So we, 7 or 10 a day.
Yeah.
You can get that done. Take them all, I guess. So my week started off slow, then picked up really nice, actually, and ended with a little over 2K for the week.
Yes, you
Majority
did.
of it's DoorDash. So people say, "Oh, DoorDash is dead," all that stuff. No, just stay busy. It's not dead, but some of it was Spark over the weekend. It kind of picked up some. I had some decent shops from Spark. Still trying to find those Instacart orders like Red talks about and gets over there, but they're far and in between. I'm, they low pay with lots and lots of items. Now you can sit inside of a store and shop for a little bit and never leave or never deliver, but that's still a lot of items and low pay too. So I haven't done much of Instacart, but Spark, yeah, took off over the weekend pretty decent. Did one today, but a lot of that was DoorDash. It was a decent week on it, even though it was end of the month and all that. That's why I said at the beginning of the week it was slower, but after the first hit, it picked up. It picked up pretty nice for the week. Made a big pot of chili earlier in the week, so that was good. Outside of the gig world, had a big pot of chili. Came out really nice. Lasted about 4 days. Well, about 3.5. Second day is always better.
Mm-hmm.
Gets that
Yep.
flavor in it the longer it sits.
Exactly.
By day 3 and 4, it's really flavorful.
Oh yeah. So that's been about a summary of my week. I guess Boots ended up being next. How's your week been, Boots? What's your plan? And my plan this week is to make 2K again and have more time, but do it quicker so I have more time to do other stuff. Is my goal.
That's a great plan.
But do any of y'all's plans actually work? Because I can plan
Not
all
really.
week.
It's
And
just
then
it's kind of a goal, and hopefully it'll work out that way. But to be realistic, it either doesn't, or it, you fall a little short, or you overachieve it. But most of the time, it's fall a little short.
like I even make a list of everything I need to do for the upcoming week. And then by like Thursday, I'm like, I haven't even touched this list yet.
Gig
Hey,
and switch
Chippa.
spots with
What
me.
up, Chippa?
Gig and switch spots with me. So that's why it's my turn.
Yeah, he dropped off.
Well, my week started out as still entertaining family from Thanksgiving, which was a success. And then Wednesday put up 5 and some change. Thursday had some things to do. We only worked a couple hours, made a couple $100. Friday put up 660. Saturday 538 for the war, which we smashed.
Yes, we did.
Sunday was mellowed out. Did a podcast with Rod Show Radio today. Rod Show Rodeo, sorry. Sorry, Steve. But that'll be coming out tomorrow. The magazine that I'm gonna be featured in was mailed out to me today, so I'll be getting that at the end of the week. I have another podcast coming up with Miko at the first of the year, and I'm currently on a dash right now. So that's about it.
Sweet.
Of course, you're on a dash, Ronald.
Well, I had a 2-hour break with Steve today.
Ah, okay, yeah, okay. Carry on.
All right, my week was actually really well considering. I had to take my car into the mechanic, so I went out on Wednesday because I finally saved enough money that I felt comfortable to get a rental and do that. And then I made about just shy of $1,000 this week, probably. Between all the apps, I made like 350 on or 250 or 350 on Deliver That alone. So, and then the rest
Sweet.
on pretty much on DoorDash, and then like about 100 on Walmart Spark, I think. So a little over 100. So, and that's before the earnings adjustment on Spark. So might get a little more for that too. But and I made like $91 today before I went to lunch and just kicked back till this. I don't work on Mondays unless I get Deliver That and stuff, and then I try to make the most of it before and after. Because Mondays are really slow in my area, but if I'm out for a Deliver That anyways, might as well come out an hour earlier too, and stay out an hour or two after. Yep, and that's my week. My goal for this week, I want to get over 1,000, maybe like 1,200. I think that's a reasonable goal for me. But now that I got my car back coming, supposedly. So, yep. That's it.
Yeah. Now
Is it my
lady
turn?
eating cookie, yeah, with
Yeah.
chopsticks. Are you eating cookies with chopsticks?
No, I'm eating sushi. Yeah.
Oh,
Look, I got lightsaber chopsticks too, so I'm good. Okay. My week kind of sucked because I spent half of it, right, Red? I think it was at least half of the week I was sick. I was so fucked. I was out. I think what caused it was at my W-2 for 2 or 3 straight days, I worked in the freezer, putting boxes in the bins off of pallets and stuff like that. And it was super cold outside. So that just amped up, the coldness in the freezer. So it went from negative 10 degrees in the freezer around there. That's the norm, to about negative 20 or whatever. And then when the freezer fans kick on, that's when, you really feel it. So I got super sick. And so half of my week, I just, I did participate in the war, but I was not able to do the amount of hours that I would normally pump out. Like, when I'm in a war, it's balls to the wall. Like, there are no breaks. I don't care about the W-2. I'm out there, W-2, gig work, straight to the W-2. I go home, shower, eat, whatever. But other than that, I wasn't able to put out that much effort because I just, that, and on that day, there was a tornado warning. And then thunder and lightning kicked in. So I took that as a sign. I went home and got a couple hours sleep. So, gig work, it was, I had to put it a little to the wayside this week just because I wasn't feeling well. I am getting a little more towards 100%. I was out pretty much all day yesterday, and I went out for, I think lunch and dinner today. I did pretty good. So my goal for next week is to keep my sanity at my W-2 because it's getting closer to Christmas. The online orders are, amping up. So at 5:00 in the morning, when we start picking for those online orders, and I'm talking about for Spark drivers and alike, it goes from, we normally have like 1,000 items to pick. Now we're getting towards 3,000 items to pick at 5:00 in the morning. So, it's just, my goal is pretty much to keep my sanity. Yeah, I'll still be doing gig work. I don't know when our next war is or whatever, but you'll see me out there. At least probably breakfast and lunch. And I got a catering order for tomorrow and Deliver That too, so I'll be out.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
Your turn.
What? 1 second before you. 1 second, Gigan. Can I make a late addition to the cookie corner?
Yes.
What did you get?
Hold on. I'll be right back. Go ahead, Gigan.
So this last week was really light for me. I only did like $1,025, I think, on War Day, we had some plans messed up with the in-laws for going to see Santa Claus, which we thought was Sunday, turned out to be Saturday. So the war only got about a third of what I normally put in. Otherwise, the W-2 has been kicking my butt. I got designers trying to get stuff out before they take their Christmas vacations. I put in my PTO for the end of the month for driving down to Arizona. We booked the Airbnb for that. And we are almost to $500,000 in debt for $500,640 as of this morning. So I'm hoping to clear that by the end of this week.
But you're just gonna get rid of all of them by the end of the week.
No. We're gonna hit 499.
I tried to hold back.
We're gonna cross that 500,000 threshold.
I was like, if
And
you drop it
500,000 debt is good.
Just write one check. It'll be cleared up.
It is New Ticket Tuesday tomorrow for the state of Minnesota, so I got to get 4 new scratch tickets.
Yeah, so you might do it tomorrow.
I could do it tomorrow.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this upcoming week, I've got a good slate of Amazon reserves, a bunch of 3 hours for like $90 to $96. Thursday, I'm going out with some friends to a brewery and get empanadas. I know Cray was excited when I told her I was finally trying them. Other than that, this weekend is going to be back to working as hard as possible. Boots, what you got?
He already went.
Where's
Didn't he?
he?
Yeah, but he's gonna be
Oh yeah,
adding
that's right.
something
The
to
kids.
the
Oh,
team.
okay.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Wonder what he's getting. He doesn't eat sweets.
Yeah. It's gonna be a mystery.
Probably like ice cream. That's what I'm
It is.
getting. Ice cream or shaved ice.
He's gonna, oh, look, there's the cookie corner. It says the cookie corner.
Oh,
He sent that picture today, too.
oh, that's cool.
The actual
Yeah.
cookie corner. So he's gonna go get a cookie.
He's going to get a cookie.
Oh, look, that and some big cookies too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mmm.
I wonder if they're $100, like the ones that crumble.
Hmm.
Those big chocolate chip ones look real good.
Yeah, I would go for the
That's
big
what-
chocolate chip.
That's
one.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Far right one, the far right one.
He's gonna go for whatever looks healthiest.
Okay,
Yeah.
do they got a
Oh.
kale cookie? Do they?
No,
have
they got
kale
A kale.
They got the
Get that.
s'mores,
I say the healthiest would be
They got
the second
they got
row. It's tiny.
the pumpkin spice, peanut
Chocolate
butter,
dip peanut butter.
chocolate dip peanut butter.
I would go for pumpkin spice.
I would go for pumpkin spice as well.
Y'all killing me softly.
We're basic white
Just
bitches.
get a big ass chocolate.
It's the pumpkin spice snickerdoodle.
Yeah, that's even better.
Ooh, that sounds even better. Yeah,
that
that's
sounds
nice.
good. Yeah. All right.
Okay, what about the s'mores? I got the s'mores right here.
Oh, well.
I don't know
you
about
didn't
those
say there's
s'mores. They look like
s'mores.
they've been sitting. I don't know if they'll still be like nice and soft.
They got the
marshmallow.
brownies right here. Then they got
Ooh,
Christmas cookies.
Brownie can be good.
Look
Oh.
at these M&Ms. Though.
Oh,
Yeah.
those were M&Ms.
Mm.
Chocolate chip would have been different.
I would
story.
definitely do pumpkin spice or the M&M.
Okay,
Yeah,
can I get
pumpkin
a
spice.
pumpkin spice snickerdoodle? And then give me a s'mores. I'll take a brownie.
He's definitely like a kid in a candy shop with a
This is why I
Yeah.
don't come
Remember
in here.
Cray Cray when we went
Like
to
you,
get
you can smell these cookies throughout the whole mall. Like for real. That's why I stay away from here.
Okay.
I'll take a ginger snap,
Are they still
Ooh,
warm?
ginger snap.
Yeah. and then give me one of those.
Ooh.
Give me one of those M&Ms. Also.
Yeah, Otto, I think it was pretty slow for everybody today.
Yeah, Otto. I agree, Otto. Yeah.
and then a chocolate dip peanut butter.
I got lucky with a few catering
This
orders.
this man's gonna have to run around the whole island to work these cookies off.
Yeah. Well, he does that anyway.
They
Just
got a
park the
very-
truck. You need to run up the mountain.
They got a very merry oatmeal cranberry.
Ooh.
No, 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 no,
No,
no,
I
no,
don't like
no,
cranberry.
Yeah,
no, no,
Yeah.
no.
I don't know.
Yep.
That kind of sounds
Yeah.
It does. I would.
Yeah.
good.
You know what? Let me get one of those also.
Yeah, you ought to get one of them. I
Yeah,
need
because it's like the oatmeal's like a little sweet, and the cranberry's like a little like sour. I
Tart.
think it'll like go together perfectly.
How many cookies is that?
Like a
The whole case.
seven.
Dang it, it's snowing and it's starting to stick.
my
7
turn.
cookies,
And
21.05.
he's in Hawaii. Damn.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. See,
That's
I
less expensive
told
than
you
us.
guys, crumble cookies.
Overpriced.
They're
I got this other one here.
they're
but
overpriced and over quality. I think.
the crumbles had some decent flavors that I want to try. So I just haven't got.
I mean, he paid $3 a cookie, so I mean that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Better per
I mean,
cookie.
better than my $5 a cookie.
I wonder if those M&M cookies were more expensive than the other ones.
The M&M
Yeah,
was $3.79.
They were pretty big.
So they were more expensive. That means the other ones were even cheaper.
No, the M&M was like actually the cheapest one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. It legit just looked gigantic. Maybe it's a camera angle thing.
Well, we had a war this weekend. It was pretty fun. Took on us against the
He gave me
you
what's in the
guys.
white bag?
And I think-
it's up top.
Did everyone actually sign in and put in numbers, didn't they, from the viewer side?
No. There
No,
was
no,
one
like,
viewer who
let's
did
get
not
more
participate.
This
Oh,
morning.
okay.
Yeah, driving Chicago did not.
But
Yeah.
I am up for doing it again. Put your teams
So am
together
I.
and bring it on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I would say even if we were to lop off our lowest earning driver and go like 5 for 5, we still creamed them.
Yeah, we do this segment every Monday in the situation room, and it's called the Cookie Corner. And I've been telling them that there's a restaurant here, so it's live. That's why we're showing them all the cookies. If you get a chance, go on YouTube and check out Gig Wars, and you'll see the show. All right, have a good one. Hello? Oh, I thought I was
Boots
muted.
out there networking.
Like and subscribe. Okay.
Yeah, there in the war there is a $579 difference between GWO and the viewers.
And I had a bad
Boots could
day.
have taken the
I
day
had a
off.
bad day.
Is that even with the guy who didn't participate?
Yeah. So even who was our
I was
lowest
pushing, I
earning
see a
driver that day?
Cray.
Discord.
Yeah, it was me.
Noah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was what, 100 and
123.27.
okay.
Yeah.
So even if we
And there was
even if we-
1650 of mine that I couldn't enter into the app because my dash ended exactly at midnight, so I couldn't do
Gosh.
it after.
what
Yeah,
the app wouldn't let you put it in?
it wouldn't let me put it in. Yeah, the ad
Okay.
button went away completely. So
Okay.
yeah, so we were up by a little, even a little more.
Yeah. All right, Boots, are you going to review a cookie? He's driving.
Yeah.
Okay, what's our next topic there, Cody? Oh, he's going to
there
review
you
a
go.
cookie.
That's
Okay,
the
what do you got?
snickerdoodle.
It's the
The pumpkin
snickerdoodle
snickerdoodle.
cookie.
Yeah, there we
This is
go.
the
I know
There
my
we go.
snickerdoodle.
snickerdoodle.
There we go. Okay.
There's no pumpkin.
What?
What?
There's no pumpkin.
Oh, that
Uh-oh.
sucks.
How
It's only.
disappointing.
Sucks.
Take it back and throw it out.
Wait. Hold on.
I have an idea. Yeah, Gary and I are just like this. Take it back, throw it at her, and when the cops come, holler GaryZapps.com.
I was just about to say the same thing.
No, it's no. No, it's no pumpkin. Nope.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, well, sometimes with cookies though, if you don't add a whole lot of the pumpkin in it, it really doesn't come out.
Yeah.
Try a different flavor. You sure that ain't the pumpkin one? You got it mixed up.
No, this is ginger.
I bet you that one's the pumpkin.
Oatmeal cranberry.
No, nobody cares about that one. Go back to the ginger.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, we
need to
don't-
see if you
yeah.
got them mixed up.
That one's
That's-
good.
That's pumpkin, isn't it?
The ginger. This was good.
All right.
You tasted ginger in this one. Yes. This was good. Now I got to give these cookies away to the homeless because I can't eat these.
Then why don't you just buy 2 cookies?
Yeah.
Because it's like you said,
Yeah.
going into the store. You go into the store and it's like a kid. I just this kid in the candy store. I can't eat these out.
Like whenever I went and got my cookies, I told them the 2 cookies I wanted. They go, "Well, if you get 4," I was like, "I didn't ask for 4. I asked for 2." Got to cut them off right there. Don't be telling me no special.
Like, yes, I want 6, but I really shouldn't.
Exactly.
Oh well, if you're gonna get 6, you can double it up and go ahead and get the 12-pack.
This was damn good.
He says he's gonna give them away, but by
He's gonna eat those throughout his whole shift.
Yeah, he is. He is.
It's okay.
He's not
It's
giving
okay.
them
It's
away.
okay, Boots.
won't
We
eat
would
for a
all do
week,
the same
then.
thing. I mean, look at Red. She grabbed her cookie and she had to eat one right then. She couldn't even wait 2
Yeah.
minutes. She has no
Leave it
self-control.
right in the car. Facts.
See, that's why I saved mine for after my shift because I knew I would eat it while I was driving.
Yeah, I didn't touch mine till I got home.
Well, Red's got this short video challenge for the viewers here, so she can explain a little
Oh,
bit.
this my water.
Oh, that looks good.
Spring water.
Oh, yeah, that's fancy
I like the
water.
bottle. Yeah.
I buy that all the time at Sprouts for people. Those
Oh, right,
glass
so-
bottle ones are heavy. Those crates.
So the shorts challenge, yes, goes out to the viewers. I'll make a community post about it, and Hawaii and Felon, if you guys can also make a community post about it on your pages. Viewers who submit a Gig Wars or Gig House short, they can submit it to the email gigwarsofficial@gmail.com. All the shorts will be posted, and the short with the most views will be the winner, and that user will get 1 month free premium version of the Gig Wars app. If you already have a premium version, I will cash out that person $5.
Sounds like a good
So,
deal.
I'll post about it in the Discord also. So if I get like 5 shorts, I'll post them all out. Schedule them one day apart, and then we can look back at them in a week and see which one has the most views.
How do they get them to you? Do you want them in the Discord sent to you privately, or
They can email them to me at gigwarsofficial@gmail.com.
You probably want to type that in. Oh, there you go.
which we got
Yeah.
an email address on the screen there for anyone.
Just in case it's anything inappropriate or, if there's anything questionable or that we don't want out there, then it's not public on the Discord because anybody can download anything from the Discord. I don't even know if you can post and store it on the Discord, actually. I don't know if you can do that.
I think so, but email them be the easiest. The email warsoofficial@gmail.com.
Yeah. Okay.
Does Felon want to talk about the AI stuff, or
Well,
you want to go to
let's
Gig
let
Wars app updates?
let's
I
let
thought people
Gary
were-
talk about the Gig Wars app updates
Yeah.
first.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 sec here. I think it's this one. Okay. Okay, so we got some new changes coming to the Gig Wars app. The layout's going to change up a little bit. This isn't finalized, but this is just the first draft of it. I noticed that some people were putting in really long descriptions, and it was kind of pushing down the player list, and you couldn't see the players. So I don't even know what the old one looks like anymore because I got the new one. As you can see at the top there, the war names actually moved up into the title bar next to the back button. It's going to show you what day it starts on, what day it ends on, and you're going to have exact time frames as well. So whenever they create the war, they're going to be able to select an exact start time and exact end times.
And that'll
then-
be in your specific time zone.
Yeah, it's always your specific time zone.
All right.
The join war button, the add button, all that stuff, it's moving from the top of the screen down to the bottom of the screen. Let me see if I got another here that has it. And now if you tap where it says on there where it says join the commitment for charity, war for charity, it's actually just going to go to another screen now, which will show you the notes from whoever created the war. So that way, if it's a very long description, you can actually read it all. Plus, it'll show you the platforms that are available for that war. Now, whenever you click on the actual player's name of the war, it's going to pop up. This pop-up, it's the same as the last pop-up, except for we're adding some data to it. If they've entered all their numbers, it's going to give their actual per mile rate and their average per trip rate. And so that way everybody can kind of see where everybody's averaging is. That'll also help because if everybody put in their markets, then they'll be able to see, oh, Red's working in Philly. She's averaging $16 a trip or whatever it may be. And this is the new join war screen. Where if you go to join a war, you're going to be shown this screen. It's going to have some rules. Of course, our first rule that we always have of Gig Wars is to drive safely. That is the priority. Even when you're in a war, you should always be driving safe. So we're going to ask everybody not to input their numbers until it's safe to do so, like when they're parked or waiting on an order or something like that. We don't want people driving down the road trying to put in numbers.
Right.
And then, of course, you're going to agree to the creators' rules and the description of the war, so that way there's no confusion on exactly what the rules are of the war. And before you can even join a war, you'll have to see this screen to join. And if it's a team war, it'll ask you to join a team after you've committed to this screen. One last one here. Like I said, at the bottom of the page here, we're going to have the join war. This will also be an add button there if you're already in the war. And of course, there's going to be a new chat button. If you're in the war, you'll be able to go join the chat and actually chat with other people that are in the same war. Only those that are in the war can see the chat. After the war has ended, that chat feature goes away. So that way it's just not a continuous chat. Some other things we're doing, that's the last of my screenshots, so I'll get rid of that. The player tags, we're adding player tags for the GWO teams. So like Reds is going to say GWO founder, Cody's going to say GWO producer. Mine's GWO developer. Cray Cray's the brand ambassador. And then everybody else on the team will actually have the GWO what do I call it? Gig Wars team or something like that underneath their name. So that way everybody knows who the GWO team is.
Yeah.
Or who's affiliated with GWO directly. So that way if they need to know who to reach out to or whatever. Some other things, there's some back end things. I'm fixing some UI bugs, like whenever you click on certain things, stuff's not displaying correctly. That's being fixed. We're going to limit how many wars you can start. That way one person can't go in and add 20 wars. You're going to be limited to either 2 or 3 wars at a time. What I've realized is the more wars you're in, the less focused you are on those other wars. So it's kind of like a dead war. Nobody's really focusing on it. And so they focus on that one war, and then the second war, they focus less. By the time you get to the 4th or 5th war, they're barely even entering their numbers, and so it comes up with a bunch of zeros on the wars, and that's not fun for anybody. When people join your war and they don't actively participate. I know you guys said this last week. When you go to join a war now, you can actually leave that war and then join back again as long as you have not entered any numbers. So that way, if you go to join a war and you decide, I might not be able to do this war, or you accidentally joined it, whatever, it's going to completely remove you from that war. It's no longer going to mark you as a quitter until you've actually entered numbers. Even if you go to reset, even if you join a war and try to reset your numbers to 0, you still won't be able to leave your war. It'll mark you as a quitter. So there are some safety guidelines built in there to stop people from joining wars and entering numbers, and then I'm going to lose and just leaving. Trying to think what else I've added. I went through this a lot. Previous wars are now going to be listed alphabetically to make it easier for people to read them. The active wars is still going to be done by totals. So the one with the highest number is going to be listed first, but the previous, and there's a new tab called Official Wars. So all the official wars will go under the official, and then all the previous and active will go under previous and active. And of course, previous and official are both done alphabetically. And I think that's it for the moment as far as that. I'm hoping to do this release. I'm hoping to have it mid-December, so probably shortly after December 15th. Whenever I do this, there probably will be like one day that majority of people won't be able to use the app, because I'm going to force update and I'm going to put it in maintenance mode, because the new app is not compatible with the old app. So because we're adding time frames to the wars, it'll actually crash any old version of the app. And so I want to make sure that people aren't just getting crashes. I want to force everybody to update over a 24-hour period, and then I'll release the app to go live again.
I have a question on the time frames. Can you make it like so that after the time frame ends, you can enter in your numbers for like 30 minutes afterwards?
Yeah, I can probably do an additional hour or something like that.
All right.
Just that little bit of time in case you get one like right at 11:59, for example, and you drop it off by 12:15.
Or even like last time I ended my dash exactly at 12, and I tried to put it in at like 12:01, and
Right.
It was like, it wouldn't let me press the add button.
Yeah, so I can probably add in a little grace period to it. So I'll have to play around with that. Thanks for making more work for me there.
Sorry about that.
Now that just delayed us another 5 days. No, just kidding.
We appreciate you, Gary. Thank you so much.
Yes, we do.
Yes, thank you,
I'm gonna
Gary.
buy your cookies one week.
And we I don't know if anybody's seen, but we did start sending some notifications out. I still don't know what notifications I want to send, because I don't want to bombard people with notification after notification. and so I'm trying to figure out a fine line between what I should send and what I shouldn't send. Like chat, for example, you're going to get chat messages if you're in a war, because we of course don't want you to miss the chat.
Right.
Now everybody can turn off the notifications in their app under their account page if they don't want them. I might go in there and add another tab for that versus system notifications and chat notifications.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I think that's all I got on the app for the moment.
I think I
Great.
like the idea of having a notification when you like drop a slot, like in the rankings.
Well, I was trying to play with that, but then time zones are a huge factor.
Oh yeah, I bet at the
You
end of the
know,
night people would.
Yeah, because if I send them even if I send them at 8 a.m., some people might get them at 4 a.m.
Right.
And so I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. What I might do is I might send it and then store it on the device, and then send it later in the day or something. But yeah, eventually we'll have some kind of reminder of what's going on. But that's came into play. If you're in 3 or 4 different wars, you're going to get 3 or 4 different notifications back to back for your rankings. And so that might get a little annoying. That's why I say it's a fine line between being annoying and giving you use for information. What I might do instead of notifications, I might have a notification section in the app and stored in there. That way, when you open the app in like the top right hand corner where it says live stream, I might drop that and actually put a notification bell there that will show you all your important notifications.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And so,
I
like I
like
said,
that.
it's a fine line whenever you're developing these apps on what you want to do, because you don't want to bombard people with annoying features, because then they'll just uninstall the app.
Right.
So notifications will probably be more towards January based, versus everything else I'm currently working on will probably be mid-December, unless I just run into a huge problem, but most of these will be out probably mid-December.
Cool.
Good job.
Thank you, Gary.
Gary's the man. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you
Cody,
for
you're
for one, helping create this fine app, and two, just making everything so fun for us, and listening to our ideas and putting up with us on a daily basis. And putting up with Red.
Red's a lot. We know that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I didn't really want to come out with that straight away, but that is part of it, definitely. I know. I can imagine the amount of patience and yeah, we feel for you, Gary. But thank you. Happy holidays.
We heard when she was dealing with the car people. Can't imagine with the app.
Yes. How did that turn out
Yes.
for you, Red? Let everyone know. You did get
Yeah, I got an email with confirmation of the corporate check that's being issued to me in the amount of $600. Anybody need me to call their mechanics? Anybody need a thumbnail made?
No, I like my mechanic.
Shout it out. Well, if that ever changes, let me know.
You know where to reach out.
Yeah. I tagged all kinds of different Goodyear outlets. Brazil, Italy, like everywhere. Probably 4 million subscriber base. Yeah. You should have just taken care of it in the first place. You don't mess up somebody's car and then let them drive out of there with it and tell them it's their fault. when none of that is true.
That's why I always take mine to a dealership. I don't trust like the side shops.
That's what I'm doing from now on. Lesson learned, lesson learned. Listen, I went for
No, it's the
convenience.
big brand shops you gotta worry about. If you can find the right side shop with a good reference, then that's where you want to go. But like big brand tires, on all the ones you see on TV, I would just stay away from those. Me personally.
I didn't go for brakes. I went for an oil change and state inspection. And I went
I
there
think they
because
have
it's
quotas or
convenient.
something.
Yeah,
They
I went to
gotta.
get I went across the street. I got my nails done while my car was there, and they were like, "You need brakes and rotors. We've already ordered the parts." And I was like, "Oh, I don't want to do it today. I'll be here tomorrow." And
Brakes, rotors, new engine, new transmission.
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
didn't
And
know.
we already did it,
They
so
didn't know
pay
how to
us.
do my brakes.
Just kidding.
They didn't know
That
how
was
to
the
do
classic
it.
upsell.
Well, as it turns out, I really
Classic.
did need the brakes and rotors. I really did need it.
They just didn't do it right.
Well, as it turns out, I really did need it. They don't know how to do it.
They just didn't do
Anyway,
It
enough of
doesn't,
that.
doesn't matter if you needed it or not. They can't just order the parts. They have to get approval before they do any work.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah. I found that to be a little pushy, but I didn't feel like arguing with them. Why? Because I knew going to my dealer's like 20 minutes away, I'd have to, I just didn't want to deal with that. But my bad, I learned a lesson. I'm only going to my dealership from now on. Alrighty, what's our next topic, Cody?
Fallon mentioned something about a debate. If we want to do that tonight or we want to wait till another week, it's up to him.
Well,
It's
maybe at
related to
least we
new
can
stuff.
talk about the topic. Fallon, why don't you tell us your current belief system about the AI and training the AI?
Okay, well, I think that I guess training it isn't the best word to use, but like there are certain things you can do that I believe that make the AI like you better and send you orders that are more tailored to your preferences, and
Okay.
like and the way it thinks you want orders, so it might be wrong some of the times, and it might have to send you a bad order because it hasn't sent you a while because of another preference you have, like the amount of money you want to make or something like that, but so it could be wrong, but I think it's trying to get the orders done fastest, and it doesn't care who gets what tips really, but it's using preferences to try to see if it sends orders. It doesn't want to get 5 declines before it gets an accept, it wants the first person to accept it, so it tries to tailor the orders to the dasher's preference as much as it can and still align with the official. So like that's my belief on it. So I believe if you like decline like orders that are a certain ratio all the time, and then if you stop when your dash when you like start making less money, like, or if they start sending you bullshit and stop for 30 minutes and then start again, and I think the AI learns from things like that and it starts to send you more tailored orders. So, and I've had experiences with this, like the more I decline and the more I start to get like aggressive with my unassigns and stuff, when the restaurants are taking forever, it just starts sending me higher quality orders, and all my declines now are orders that are in the ratio of miles to dollar ratio that I would usually take. They're just not orders that I want to do. Like they're like $5 1 mile orders, or something like that. $4 1 mile, it could be something like that, but that's like in the ratio of dollar to mile I would take sometimes, so like it's like it's trying to do this, right? Well, this was a little bit confirmed. I got this idea from someone else, so I got to give a shout out to this guy, Angry Dog Chapman, I think is his name on YouTube. He's in the chat sometimes everywhere. But he gave me the idea to ask ChatGPT about it, right? And so I started asking ChatGPT, and some of the highlights that I liked. I initially just started asking it, how does the Dasher app utilize AI, right? And then I started getting in more in depth, and it said that some of the preferences, like what factors AI consider when they're assigning the orders, their proximity, estimated time, order size, and then Dasher ratings and performance and delivery fees. We know all this, right? But there was some like statements that it said that it allowed me to ask more questions based on what they said, right? Because they went in depth on them, on each thing. So I asked what kind of historical data it uses on the Dasher, right? So then it says the historical data used by the Dasher app's AI includes previous delivery times, information on how long it took Dashers to complete deliveries in specific areas or at certain times, customer behavior, that's not really important for us, but driver performance, the reliability, punctuality, and overall performance of the Dasher in completing deliveries, traffic patterns, and then order frequencies, obviously, right? And then it talks about order complexity later when I asked how does it choose the best Dasher, right? If you're a Dasher that's more capable of dealing with complex orders like shopping orders and stuff like that, right? And you get them done faster and more efficiently, it seems like it's gonna give you better orders on that because of this order complexity time, it says. And then I asked its main goal, right? Where is that? And it says it's all based on efficiency and personalizing the experience, both on the customer side and the Dasher side, right? That's what the AI's main goal is. So then I asked, how does it personalize the experience? I said earlier in the conversation, you said how that the AI's goal is to make a personalized experience for all parties involved. How does it personalize this experience on the Dasher's end? It said on the Dasher's end, it does this. It does use of various factors, order preferences. The AI considers the Dasher's historical data to understand their preferences for certain types of orders, such as order size, restaurant, or cuisine, and tailor assignments accordingly. Efficiency considerations. If a Dasher has shown efficiency in specific areas or during particular times, the AI may use this information to optimize order assignments for a smoother and more efficient delivery experience. Location-based tailoring. Dashers may receive orders offers based on their current location and historical patterns, aiming to reduce travel time and to increase overall productivity. And then in bonus and incentives, which is more like for our AI, our AR and stuff. So it sounds like it uses a lot more factors than AR and what it says that it's giving us priority for, you know? So being fast and being more picky, you know, and only accepting things in a certain dollar to mile range will make it learn that you're not willing to do it. It might send you more of those according to these if you're in a good market. This is of course if you found a market that pays relatively well, you know, if you just want to get paid a little more, if you seem, I don't know, it seems like it's been working for me.
And
I mean,
what
I make
exactly?
significantly more now than I did before, and that's before I was in the large order program.
So what is it you're doing to train, if you will, the AI?
Okay, well, like, say, I don't know. I guess I just like, it's all about your declines and your unassigns, right? Like, but still playing your game with the stats, you know? So like, I'll pretty much like decline orders if I think they're going to take too long. I look at the delivery time, you know, so because sometimes it tricks you and it shows you a high paying order, but then the delivery time's like 40 minutes of it away, you know? So then I'll decline that, even though it's like $4 a mile, you know? So then, or it'll send me something like that is like, okay, I've been waiting for 15 minutes, right? It'll send me something like, that something that's like almost in my dollar to mile range, but like it's like on the low end, you know, and it's to a restaurant that's like, okay, it's pretty, they could be ready, they could be not, you know, and it's not my favorite restaurant to go to. So I'll decline that order, and then immediately after, it'll send me a better order to a restaurant that I usually go to that I know is fast, you know, and I'll make more money for less miles, you know, and it seems to do this all the time. And I call them I call them bait offers, you know, and I think they constantly are baiting you to see if you're willing to accept a lower order, you know. And so like it's like literally if you take some of these bait offers, you're missing out on that next offer that might have been better and stuff like that. I don't know. I honestly don't understand AI that much to understand how it works, but asking AI has enlightened me that there's a lot more preferences because the reason why I know there's more I'm just like I don't know anything about this. I'm just supposing all this, you know, obviously. But the only reason I know I have preference more than other dashers because I get orders all the time that are like $9, 3 miles, right? But I'm 2 miles away from the store and it's driving to a hot spot. So why did it send me this order? Right? Over all the dashers that are over there parked in that hot spot, you know? And then I'll get orders across town to and I'm not even counting shop and deliver ones, you know? And it'll send me an order that's like it'll be like $5 8 miles, which doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound like an order I'll take, right? To a hot spot, right? But most of the driving is to the store, and I was headed there anyways because that's where I was going in the morning to go pick up my first order, right? So it sent me that order, and it was like it was a $4 tip on it or whatever, you know. And there were probably people in that hot spot of that Starbucks waiting on orders or near it, getting towards it, you know, that it would have come across as $7.25 for 1.5 miles, you know. You're telling me they didn't take that order, you know? So like it just doesn't make any sense that it only goes off distance in AR because I always only have like 70 between 75 and 70 usually, you know. I rarely get higher than 80 AR. So that's
Well,
my opinion
it's
on the
never
subject.
gone off of just distance in AR though. It's never been that way. They've
Yeah.
always factored in, you know, complexity, time of arrival, things like that, drive time to destination, drive time to pickup, because they don't want to assign it to someone that's 2 minutes away, have them pick it up or sit there and then not be ready. The goal between all of these AIs, and Uber actually started this, was to try and have the driver get there at the same time that the order is going to be ready. That
Just
way,
in time.
they minimize the wait time for the driver. They maximize the heat time for the food,
Mhm.
and so that's what all these AIs. At the end of the day, that's what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. And see, this is my main argument with everyone else's opinion on the subject, right? Is that the AI is like intentionally keeping the good orders, you know, and it's like out to get you or something like that, you know? And really all it cares about is getting the orders done quickest, you know? So if it's wasting time by sending you a bunch of bad orders and you have a high AR, there's either not any good orders in your area right now or you're in a bad area, you know. It's not intentionally sending it to you so you can just keep declining it because the more declines the more time it wastes and the more the order it's less efficient. And if AI's whole goal is efficiency, then that makes no sense.
Well, a lot of people get confused and they think that these orders just sit and sit. If there's no good orders to send out, there's just no good orders to send out.
Exactly.
You know, that's just how it is. But a lot of people think, oh, they're saving this order, they're saving that order. And that's the only time that they might even consider saving an order, I would probably say if it's a large order.
Yeah.
Because they're going to wait because they know it's going to take time to send out. They know it's going to take time to prepare. And they're probably going to wait for a catering driver to become available. Not only that, but it can also look at all the current drivers available and they'll know, hey, Nick's going to be dropping off in 3 minutes. He's a catering driver. with a high AR, so we can actually save this for 4 minutes. It's not going to affect our efficiency time, and then we can send it to him.
I've had
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
same concept I've noticed happen with me many times. Like it can be 3-4 times in a week where it's around that time of the day, 11 o'clock. Typically, a catering order is going to come up. My account will literally just nothing at all. Like they want to leave my account available for a catering. As I'm watching, parked at a restaurant, and I'll watch 5, 6, 7, 8 different dashers going in, picking up orders.
Regular
My
orders,
wife-
though. Regular orders.
Correct. Regular orders.
Right.
Now, my wife was not in the large order program, and her account would be going off with orders, regular orders, over and over, like as if it was busy. Mine's sitting there. And then magically, there's a catering order. It may be a good one, it may be a really bad one. It could go any way, but it is a catering order where it needs a catering bag driver. Now, after she got into the large order program, I noticed the same thing happening with hers too. At that time, it's like the account will freeze. Now, not every day you're going to get an order, but it's like they're leaving you open in case there would be an order versus other drivers. So I would say, in a way, yeah, they'll hold your account. They're not going to sit there and hold an order, but if they hold the account ahead of time so it's available, they won't have to hold the order.
No, I think that they hold orders too. I just don't think it's like people. I don't think it's like other people think that they hold orders. Some
And I know
people
they
think that they
tailor-
hold orders for 10, 15 minutes, and I can't see them ever holding an order for that long.
No,
Yeah.
But like
minute or
in
so.
fact, now you actually see it now, because before DoorDash used to never do this. Uber used to do it. You're almost to the drop off, they send you the new pickup. DoorDash has started doing this too. I think previously, and it could still happen in some markets because they haven't rolled it out to everybody, that they actually hold that order because they know somebody like Nick is dropping off in 3 minutes. So they're going to hold it for 4 minutes to send it to him because he would be the best driver for it, and 4 minutes isn't going to affect that order. But
Yeah.
now what we're seeing is we're almost a drop off, and DoorDash is sending us a new order already. You know,
Instead of
I've
waiting,
actually,
doing it.
yeah, instead of waiting like they previously did. The other day, I was already on 3 orders. I already had 3 drop offs, and they sent me another one on my way to my first drop off.
That
So that would be 4 orders.
situation happened to me. Yep. I was
Yeah,
on
on
a-
a shop and pay streak. I would call it a streak, but it was my own. It wasn't like the DoorDash streaks that they did, but I did one Walgreens shop and pay for like 9 and went a couple miles. And every time I'd be right at the drop off, they'd send me another one. And it was the same type of shopping order over and over and over. And I was like 8 orders in before I actually completed with that, going back to just looking
That's
for orders
crazy.
like normal.
Yeah, and I think that's what all the AI is really trying to do. It's just trying to increase the efficiency between the drivers and their system and getting the customer stuff on time.
And if it
Yeah.
succeeds, theoretically, your AR should be high. If it succeeds and doing what it
Now Uber, and I know Nick's talking about DoorDash, but Uber has actually said that if your AR drops too much on Uber, it is their AI failing to send you the orders that you should get. And the Uber CEO has actually said this on video and everything. So they
Okay.
know that it's not perfect yet. And it'll be a long time before it probably is.
Yeah,
If
because
ever.
this is why I pretty much like know for a fact they're tailoring the orders, the offers they're sending us to try to get the best offer for us, that we're willing to take. Because I when I started doing DoorDash, I was like taking about maybe like 4 to 5 orders an hour, right? Maybe like probably like more of like 4, averaging 4 orders an hour, and I was making an average $6 an order, right? So like it was like $24 an hour or whatever, right? Well, now I'm averaging less orders per hour, right? Like I'm averaging like 3 orders an hour, that's probably good. My average $3 an hour, but I'm averaging around $10 an order. Because of my shop and pay orders, and that was before the LOP that I actually did this calculation, and I got the $10 an order calculation. But so that's probably even higher now. But so like it was just like it's been sending more quality orders but less orders an hour, so sometimes I wait around for an order, but it ends up making up for it later in the hour.
You know what's strange? You was just talking about your average per order, and I quickly went back through my DOH for November for the days I worked. And every day that I worked, my average was typically between $7.50 and $10 per order.
They try to meet you with the same averages because
Yeah.
Well,
Now,
it's
okay, some days are closer to 10, and some days are closer to 7 something, but it's always in between about 7.50 and 10.
Yeah, every week I just look at my DoorDash total, and then I look at the deliveries completed, and if it's like more than 10 times that, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I averaged $10 an order. That's crazy. And so that's why I noticed it.
Now, like I said, you just got to take into consideration that there just might not be any good orders too. So, I mean,
Exactly.
you can try to tell it what you're going to take all day long, but if there's just no orders that meet your criteria, it's going to send you what's available.
Exactly. So that's why I'm a firm believer in when it sends you like 2 or 3 bad orders in a row, you should stop the app and like take a break or use another app for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then start the DoorDash app again. And then it'll start sending you good orders again if it's good. Like I think it either resets it or you waited enough time that there's more better orders in the system again. So then it seems to work for me. I started using that technique a long time ago.
This week, this is the thing about me is I hate shopping. I don't. I can't. The CVS and Walgreens 2-3 item orders I'll knock out. But me shopping for a family of 4 groceries for a week is not going to happen. But the majority of my orders this week have been shop and pays, and it's like it knew that it was sending me to CVS. It was sending me to Walgreens. And when it sent me to the grocery store, it was like 10, 11 items max. And so it's like it knew, like, don't send me that, full week of groceries bullshit or whatever, or anything complicated. So I know that it picks up trends. I don't know the full story on the AI thing, but yeah. And me, as far as like the catering orders go, I don't sit on top of restaurants. I don't sit at the steakhouse. I don't sit at Red Lobster. I don't sit at Carrabba's. Why? Because it takes more time to cook that food than it does like at a fast food restaurant or whatever. I'm down the street, like maybe a mile and a half, whatever. And that's how I get more loppers that way versus the people, that sit directly at that restaurant thinking that steak takes 3 minutes to cook. No, it doesn't. So yeah, that's pretty much been my experience, like the past full week that, whenever I've been out this week, even today, it's been mostly shop and pay. So yeah, pretty
I've
weird.
never gotten a catering order, but I can think of maybe 1 to 5 times, maybe, and I can't even think of them really, that I was sitting in the parking lot of the restaurant.
Yeah, I picked one up. It was like 28.25 with a plus sign for a restaurant that's at least 7 to 8 miles away. So you're telling me that between here and 7 to 8 miles away, there's not another driver willing to or available to pick up that order? So yeah, but it was Thai food and it was a pretty hefty order. So yeah, it would have taken, by the time I got there, it would have been ready, but not right away.
I took it was 20 and change. I don't know the exact numbers, what it came in at. It was Chick-fil-A. came in. I was 8 miles away from the Chick-fil-A. It was for 10 miles. So obviously it was like 2 miles to the customer. Paid 30 something dollars after I delivered it. They were putting the stickers on it to seal it as I'm walking in the door.
Perfect
To
timing.
me, that was AI doing exactly as it was supposed to do. It gave
Yeah,
you orders
it's
something
uncanny.
far enough away for travel time to be adequate from the time I got there to I'm walking in the door and they're getting ready to hand it to me. So it's the freshest it could be. And then I just go off and deliver it 2 miles down the road. Now, from when I noticed Gary had to wait, though, he got a Cracker Barrel at the same time and he had to wait a little bit. So
Yeah,
they
but that
it out as well.
the AI can do so much.
But
When it comes to Cracker Barrel, they cannot predict them slow ass people.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel.
ruins their
There's not
historical
been one
averages.
time. There's not been one time that Cracker Barrel was ever up and ready when I arrived, or even IHOP. IHOP's I think worse. But yeah, they can't.
That's what I said.
AI doesn't know.
They can estimate it, but yeah, the Cracker Barrel just sucks.
So
They don't know what Olo orders are coming in on the other apps. They don't know if a bus just pulled up in the parking lot.
Yeah,
The IHOP or the Cracker Barrel, they have no idea. They don't know if power just went out in the neighborhood, so everybody's running down to the Cracker Barrel to eat because they don't have any power at home.
yeah.
Yeah,
Jonathan, the same happened to me. A lot of these orders on my shopping pay where I'm almost like as soon as I drop it off, another one comes in and it's a shopping pay of similar fashion to the same store that I just came from.
that
Yeah,
was me
it's
a couple weeks ago, and
Yeah.
it's 8 of them in a row, and it's just same type of shop and pay orders.
Yep.
Different items, but they take about the same amount of time to shop and to deliver, and around the same pay.
So I think the AI did this on purpose now, and that I'm thinking about it. Right? There's this restaurant that I hate going to. It's the habit. You guys probably have them, right? But then mine sucks at getting them on time, right? You end up waiting too long. So like I've only taken the orders like a handful of times because I had to, and most of them I unassigned, right? And so one time recently it sent me a really high paying order. It was like a shopping order and then a habit pickup right after, right? And the only reason I took it was because the shopping order was first, and I knew the habit order would probably be ready by the time it was like, and I was done, And like it makes me think, like, because I haven't seen that many habit orders recently, and that's like the only one I've got. Maybe like it did that on purpose because it knew that I would take enough time to get there, and I wouldn't end up unassigning the order because it would be ready.
Well, you know what I notice sometimes? Like in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm about ready to wrap this up for the day. And my dash is always scheduled to end at 4 a.m. because I'm trying to keep as many drivers off the road, right? As possible. And we all know I'm not working till 4 a.m.
And they know that too.
Right, exactly. They do know it.
You know what's gonna be funny is when they shut off her dash at like 8:05 because they know she's not working past 8:05.
No, but seriously, it's like they'll start sending me orders headed to my house. How many times have you guys heard me say, this is perfect, this drops me off a mile away from my house?
I've heard multiple people say that.
Yes.
15,
me too.
15
Recently.
15 minutes earlier, I had said, I'm about getting ready to wrap this up. It's
I have
time
a
for me to
theory
go
on it.
home.
Yeah.
So the fucking AI knows shit about us that we don't, you know what I mean, before we even know.
I have a theory on it. Remember, some people in some areas, it was maybe 6 months to a year ago, had this feature when they would go to where they pause their app, they could set a in destination where they're at the time when their
I've
dash
never
would
had
end, they
that.
would.
Yeah, I had that for a
with
while,
that.
and then it went away. I kind of liked it, but it wasn't good. It
I
like
think
made
it
you
might
go
have been
home.
just there to basically test that, and maybe they're just doing that
Oh yeah, maybe.
without it. They just do it on its own. They know where you're driving. You give them access to your location. They want to know a lot of different, all that. So they know where you live.
Oh yeah, they're
Another-
pinging your phone all day long.
Another thing that I've noticed that supports the tailoring theory, because I pretty much since I started dashing, after I read like a couple Reddit threads, like I started like making a goal for like an hourly wage that I want to make out of during my shift, you know. And then if I ever dip under that goal, I stop and then I come out later instead, you know. And so like so I notice now that if I'm like that hour, once I get to the end of the hour, sometimes it'll send me an order that's like exactly the amount that'll take me up to that goal right before the hour ends, you know. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'll do it, you know. Then I will be able to make it up the next hour, you know, because it's like it knows that I'm about to quit, and it's like, all right, here's an order to get you to your minimum, so that you stay on the app, something like that, you know.
I think we'll never figure out the AI, and by the time we do, they'll change it again somehow.
Well, you'll never figure out the AI. It's always ever changing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. My point is we don't need to figure it out. It's just that you can do things that will make it like if you're faster,
Work with you.
you know, if you're faster at shopping, then you'll start getting more shopping orders. If you start taking only a certain type of order, then you're probably going to get more of
To a
those,
certain
you know?
extent.
To a certain extent. Yeah.
Because
And,
you
like-
you can sit there and decline, like we know this for a fact. You can decline every order that's under $10, and they'll still send
Oh,
you
yeah.
$2 orders. So
Wow.
yeah, the day that they start listening to
You
drivers,
still have to play the game. That's
Yeah.
the problem. You have to play their ratings game at the same time, you know? So like once you figure out how to like a good zone where you can decline enough orders that like are bad and take enough orders that are good and use your cancellations smartly and then keep your ratings in a good range, then it seems to just send me orders that are in like all my declines are, like I said, pretty much into my mileage range now. They're just places that I don't want to go, or I don't want to go to the next city over. Shit like that.
Well, today in my quest to train the AI, I only took orders that were $3 a mile or more. And I'm going to do that again tomorrow. So I'm hoping that after 7 days of it, that's all I'll get.
You're not
No.
severely damaging your AR, are you?
No.
Okay.
I don't think it works that way, Red. I don't think it works that way.
I don't think it works like that. I think you.
Red, if it worked that way,
Good
I
luck.
would no longer have apps.
Yeah.
I mean,
I-
if you want to
You gotta
try,
do
I'm
the
not
whole
gonna say no.
math calculation in your head. That's what I do.
Say what?
You got to do the whole math calculation in your head
I'll just
every time you take an order.
I'll just say this before the diamond stuff. I remember the days that yes, I would hit decline every single time until I seen an order that said catering bag required. And then they introduced the diamond program, and I can say this much. You start seeing less of them. And less and less and less. And then they eventually do
Yeah.
throw you a bone. They will throw you a bone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the way I remember. So if
Eric, that's
It's
yes, speed. Yeah, for sure. 100% speed on getting it done. And I honestly think they like when you cancel when it's not ready. If you keep your ratings up enough high enough, you know. I honestly think they like that.
I just
Well, I wouldn't call it speed because I mean, like, if you deliver it way too early, I mean, that's just luck. You know, I'm thinking, but it's more on do you complete it in the time frame that they give you, not really speed. Because some dashers are like 5 minutes late or 10 minutes late, things like that.
No, I think it's more about like whether you went straight from the place to the rest to the house, or whether you like were like a grandma driver and like missed every red light because you didn't drive well, weren't trying to get there quick. You
But
know?
they don't know. They
And-
don't know if it's a red light or not. Like Florida's red
but-
lights are terrible.
Yeah, but still, I think it knows every other driver in your area, so it knows every average time to the customer of every driver in your area from that restaurant. So like, I bet it has that even down. AI is way smarter than us in terms of things like that.
When is the AI engineer from DoorDash going to come on the situation?
Yeah.
These are all our questions for us.
They will never willingly give out all that info. So good.
Yeah, they nowhere.
And they
I
won't
think
hire
once you
me.
get-
I already tried to get on there.
I
Cody.
think
They
once
won't
your
hire
AI
me.
gets too high, your orders start getting worse.
You think so?
I 100% believe so. It seems like once I get to
think
like
because-
86, I start to get like shitty orders.
I think at that point, because you have higher priority, you get priority at seeing everything first.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
Maybe.
it says. It tells you you're getting first crack at almost every order. So yeah, you're gonna get the crappy ones.
It doesn't say it's
But
getting
you
first
also-
crack on high. It says it's giving priority on high paying orders.
No, it actually says in there that you get first priority when it's slow. It doesn't
Yeah,
say
it
anything
says
about
it says
high
more
paying orders.
deliveries. Yeah.
It says,
More
it says-
deliveries, right?
Yep.
The diamond gives you the
Yeah, and that's
high
why
paying.
I always say to stop if you're getting shitty deliveries because it's obviously slow.
Well, I take a break every day between 2:30 and 4:30 because that's the
I-
crappiest time of the day.
I always try to do a 3-hour Amazon route at 2:45 because that takes me till 5:45 at the latest, and then I can hop on food.
Weekdays for me, Mondays are usually pretty terrible, so I usually only dash in the morning if I get catering orders and stuff. But like the rest of the weekdays, it's pretty much like dead from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and then after like 1:32 ish, it dies down to like 5, and then it's pretty good till like onward until like 9 ish, 10, except for on Friday, and it goes good till like midnight.
That's a good time for me to try to do Instacart.
Midnight?
No, 2 to 4.
Whenever I work on a Monday, it's just an extra day for me. I don't even consider it like a day that I worked, because I always take Mondays off. So if I get a delivery catering order and I work in Monday, it's just extra hours for me.
Cody, did we have anything else we had to cover?
The future war ideas. We're gonna take if anybody for the viewers and stuff.
Oh yeah, and then the 3-on-3, right?
Yeah, talking about us competing against each other. It would be 2 teams mixed up. I brought up the idea. We don't know exactly what date or anything. I mentioned something about maybe beginning shortly after the new year to doing this war, somewhere in January possibly, where it'd be 3 of us, 6 of us total on the team with Gary. Without Gary's like the 7th fill-in person and stuff up here. We would go 3-on-3, and the terms of it and stuff we haven't really discussed and stuff, but just kind of for fun, going against each other as another one.
And those 3 are,
I think picking the teams is hard.
I think we already
Who's on
picked
your
them.
team.
Cody, Gigan, and
And
Ellen.
Helen.
And Fallon.
And it's me, Trey, and Hawaii.
Why do you guys get Hawaii?
Huh? Say what?
I said, why do you
If-
get Hawaii?
If they give me the
Because-
right days, I will try to compete with Hawaii.
That's what the
Because-
whole thing was. We would pick times when everybody W-2 people don't have their W-2. Everything would work perfectly for everyone as best as we can.
I got Hawaii because Cody picked first.
Yeah, can we put it after the new year so it gives me time I can request time off or whatever, so I'm fully
Someone get me fired with severance, and then I'm game any day of the week.
Severance would be good.
Yeah, severance would be good.
What kind of severance do you need? What, 6 months?
I just want like enough to cover insurance premiums for a year.
Oh, okay.
Listen,
Just
Brian,
start doing
I already-
obscene things in the office that aren't illegal and against the rules.
I already told him exactly how to do it. Gary,
Yeah.
I asked him, I said, are your HR people male or female? He said female. So I told him to wear his tighty whities to work. And when he gets called into HR and they say, hey, Gigan, we would like to speak with you about appropriate workplace attire, all he's going to talk about is their beards and his beard. And say things like, your beard is better than my beard.
They're asking us where we're all at.
And when they
by the
ask him
way.
a question, he just says, what products do you use? And I told him, you will leave with a severance check.
Oh God.
Where are we from? Gary, you want to go around?
Yeah,
Where
I
are you
do
from?
Palm Bay, Melbourne, Florida area.
Southern Illinois, but I work near St. Louis.
Oh, Mexico.
Yeah.
It's, Southern California, a little north of LA in the suburbs.
Southeast Pennsylvania, west of Philly suburbs.
I'm in Minneapolis, all over the metro. Boots.
This is in
Ro-
Hawaii.
Ronald is obviously
Boots is in Hawaii.
Honolulu, Hawaii. And I'm in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, she's 3 hours from me.
Thanks
Mhm.
for subbing, Eric.
Oh, we lost Boots.
We lost Boots.
Yeah, but as for your war, you should definitely wait until after the new update to do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Much
I have a shitload of PTO. I just have to be. It has to be after the holidays, obviously, because I work in a retail environment.
Right.
Yeah.
We should let everyone chat in official wars.
Gary, I have a
Mark.
question.
Yes.
And Mark who's in it.
Is there a way for an indicator like when we had the war with Canada? Everybody on GWO had an American flag and the Canadians all had a Canadian flag. Because I know sometimes people, particularly if they're not familiar with the players, they don't know whose team the people are on. Like
Well, the problem is we allow them to name their teams, and so it's
Yeah.
kind of hard for me to assign something to a team that I don't know what people are creating.
how about if whatever team 1 is a certain color background and whatever team 2 is
They
a
already
certain
they
color?
already are. If you tap on them, it'll show you that.
Okay.
it's-
Yeah. But is there a way to have their name have the
Well,
highlighted when they're
To
in
do
that
different
war?
colors though, it's an eyesore.
Oh, okay.
Like because I tried it, and remember we used to have different colors for the frames, and it looked terrible.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, because remember, it used to highlight the whole frame red, kind of like it does with the quitter. Whenever you use a quitter,
Yeah.
highlight the whole thing red. So if you're
Yeah.
talking about if I have two different colors, you might have red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue all the way throughout there, or red, red, blue,
Oh,
red, red, blue, and
yeah.
it's terrible on the eyes already.
Yeah.
And so I mean I can probably add I don't know, some type of number maybe or something like that next to them, like at the end of their I can add a one with a circle or two with a circle or something like that. But if you actually click on somebody's name,
What if
it tells you what team they're on.
What team they're on?
what if
Okay.
you did like a red star or a blue star just after the name instead of the whole block being colored?
I mean, you're still gonna have a whole bunch of different colors though.
Yeah, that would, yeah.
I mean, I can demo it and put it in Discord, and you guys can see. But I sit here and play with different layouts and different colors and
Yeah.
things like that. It's just I'm trying to make it as easy to read as possible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And when you start mixing a whole bunch of colors together, especially on rows, it just makes it look terrible.
You could just have them select
Yeah.
a team emoji.
Well, they can already put in a team emoji. They just got to
Yeah.
put it in the name description, and then wherever you click on the name, I mean, it's really not hard. If you want to know somebody's team, you just click on their name and it shows up. It's not that hard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
But I mean-
team one is always red, and team two is always blue. So that's at least on the Android. I don't know about the iPhone. I don't think the iPhone has colors. But yeah, it always shows a team wherever you click. Where's the official one? Where's this one? Right here. So yeah, when you click on it, it tells you the team right there. Team GWO. Next one is team viewers. So it's not like it's complicated. They just got to click, and it has the totals at the top. So. To me, it's not complicated. If you guys tell me it's too complicated, I can figure out another way. But I just don't think it's complicated.
Well, I don't think it's complicated to pick the team you're supposed to be on, but yet I'm always running to you asking if you can switch their team.
I know, and hopefully this
I-
next update fixes that a little bit too.
Okay.
I just think the general public might not be as smart as you, Gary. So
But you just tap a name and it shows you. Like if I want to know which team Dash Your Life Hawaii is on, I just tap it and it shows me. I just don't think that I have to cater to every single aspect of stupidity.
I hear you. Oh, are you also implementing? You told me you were going to put a play nice, or was that a joke?
No, I put it. Did you not see the
Oh, you-
thing? Like here, let me see. Where's my screenshots again?
Or like a good sportsmanship or something like that?
Yeah, hold on. I showed you that earlier. You should really pay attention. Let me see. Windows right here. Share that one. And then wherever you're over here, it shows you the war rules right here. And so
Yeah.
that way you don't get confused on what the war rules are. If you want me to, I can put another one in there under drive safe of be respectful.
Yeah.
If you want me to do that, I can definitely do that. But because this is what you're looking at now is the new Join War screen. When you go to Join a War, you have to see this screen before you can do anything. Like you tap Join War on the main. Like where's the main? So down here you're gonna have a white. You won't have the edit and chat, of course. I'm an admin, so I see that for every war.
Right.
But you're gonna have this big here. I think I got that. Here you go. You're gonna have this big white join button down at the bottom here. Let me take that out the way. So you're gonna have that big join button right there. You tap that to join the war, and then it's gonna bring up this screen. and this tells you everything there is about the war that you need to know as far as descriptions.
Mhm.
That way there's no confusion on the rules of the war. And then, like I said, I can add in another one under drive safe about be respectful or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, on this screen though, when you're on this screen right here, if it's a team war right under where it says red, it says what team they're on.
Okay.
And so I don't think it's confusing. If you want to know somebody's team, you just tap their name and look at their stuff.
Okay.
Because I mean, the whole point of the app is to be interactive with it.
Right.
Are you gonna add a button to say tip or no tip? Well, cash tip, no cash tip.
Oh yes. Cash tip, no cash tip.
Like I can, I guess, but I mean, I thought that's what the war rules were for. Again, we're coming back to simplicity here.
Hey, yeah.
But I
Yeah,
can definitely
but
add it.
sometimes
Obviously, you didn't hear the drama.
sometimes
It's the most
yeah,
controversial question, I guess.
yeah, because sometimes people don't read the language, but if they see a button, they may click.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will
agree.
add that button. I'm going to put it in my notes right now to add that button. And they can't even create the war without clicking on that button.
There was almost a real war over this. Just kidding.
Gary's gonna hate everyone here in a moment, making him work way too much. But he did have a 4-month or 6-month vacation there, I think, wasn't it?
What? I didn't have no vacation. I was working the whole time.
Oh yeah, that was Donna that had the vacation.
She's still on vacation, apparently. December War. What? December War already has flags. Oh, that's
Jonathan's
Canada.
talking about our war.
No,
Yeah.
that's Canada. No, that's the Canadian people. They put that in there themselves. You can edit your own name and put whatever emoji you want in your own name. There, you can do that yourself. Go to your account tab. Where's it at? Go to your profile. Hit the menu button. Go to profile. At the very top thing, tap that, and then edit your name and hit save. You know, put whatever emoji you want. But that's why I can't do like certain emojis or anything like that for teams because I don't know the teams. The reason why I did it for the USA versus Canada because it was an official war and things like that.
It's
But
very easy. Yeah.
I don't want to get into where I have to worry about everybody else's war because it's supposed to be their war. I shouldn't have to go back and fix everybody else's war.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean it'll fix Red's issue. Well, she's more wanting team separation, which is already there. She doesn't like to click extra buttons. This is my average, lazy user is Red. She don't have to click nothing. She just wants it given to her. Like just click a button.
Wow. I'm not talking about me. I know who's on which team. I'm talking about going like 3 months down the road when other people have team wars and we don't even know them.
Right. Then you just click on their name and figure out which team they're on.
Okay. I know
Wow.
I can do.
It is rag on Red Knight. She has
I
isn't she
know.
cranky all the time? She's the lazy
no.
user.
I always pick on Red.
Gary.
Always
There
pick on Red.
There was one other thing is related to the team wars. I think that's part of what Red's wanting to talk about, but forgot. But I think I remember now. Okay, when we have a war against somebody, somehow that keeps it where we're the only ones in our war. Like the Gig Wars team, just special for us. That, like on the last war, you had to go back.
I get what you're saying.
I don't know how to go.
But that's a whole lot of extra stuff.
That's what I'm
just really
thinking.
is. For me, to to separate the coding for the current team war for an official team war, because team one is always whenever you create a team war, team one is always the one that the creator goes under, always. So everybody that if you want them on your team, they need to join team one. Team twos need to join team two, and it says the names on there. They just got to read. That's what the thing that will fix that though, Cody, is they'll be able to leave the war and then rejoin under the correct team
So
if they
they're
do that in the
correct
future.
for the
If they make a mistake, yeah.
Currently, they can't leave the war without being marked a quitter. But in the future, if they do that, they'll be able to just leave the war and come back.
Is
Like,
there a
almost
potential
against
for
it.
a
It didn't
creator
do
to remove a person?
No,
Okay.
no. We're limiting what creators can do because people get salty.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I don't want to have to, like Red says, I don't want to have to babysit people. And
Mhm.
so
Right.
I don't want somebody to be like, oh, I was winning this war and they removed me because I was beating them. Well,
Right.
that's just,
Fair point.
yeah, because I don't want people to think that they can message me and I'm going to take care of all their war needs. It's not going to happen. I'm telling them the
Correct.
same thing. Oh well, just do it.
Correct.
You know, at some point you just got to tell people to be adults.
That's true.
And it took me a long time to realize that as an app developer. Sometimes you just have to tell people, too bad.
Gary's spitting facts today.
Like,
I mean,
we
as
don't-
much as I want everybody to use the app, I want everybody to have a good time. If it's something that's
Right.
going to increase their activity or they're going to have more fun doing, okay. If it's something that's going to require me to babysit them, I'm not going to do that because I shouldn't have to babysit them. Everybody's a grown person. They should be able to click a name. They should be able to enter their numbers. They should be able to do certain things. Certain things we didn't really prepare for when we first started the app. Like I didn't expect somebody to go in there and create 20 wars for next year.
Yeah.
So we're gonna limit that. You're gonna be able to create 2 or 3 wars. That's it. So certain things, like quitting a war. That was one of the original ideas. Before I even did the iOS version, when they quit a war, they became a quitter. We're going to modify that just a little bit. So we're gonna do small things here and there, but overall, people just need to be responsible for their own stuff.
Jonathan, yes, in-app chat is coming in the next release.
John, let's see, in chat.
He
Yes.
came later. He wasn't
Oh
here
yeah,
when you.
yeah.
went
In-app
over all
chat will be here for the next update. In-app chat will be there. It's going to be only if you're in the war. If you're not in the war, you can't see the chat. The reason for that is because I don't want people going in chatting in other people's wars.
Right.
And I can't remember. I have to go back, and I think that you can. I have to double check this, but I think you can actually report chats too. I'd have to go back and look. Do I have an active war somewhere? Oh no, Gary's war in there. Okay, I got to redo my test war, but I think if you're in the chat and you get some spammer or whatever, press and hold it, and I think there's a report button or something like that. Maybe I think I have to look.
Well, I know you said you told me you were going to put a report button in case somebody does or says something.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta have certain things for chats because I mean, realistically, we can't rely on people to act like adults. There's always someone that's gonna cut somebody out or post some link and whatever. Here's a question for you, Red.
Is there a prize for gig work? Well, When you guys have your own wars, we have nothing to do with that. I do know that there's a war in the app right now where there is a cash prize. I can tell you that I am on another Discord where they are planning a war for New Year's Eve, I believe it is, and they're going to have a cash prize. So yes, in your own personal wars, you guys can have whatever prizes you might like to have. When we have official wars, we have had where the winner gets an exclusive Winner's Circle shirt. They also get 30 days free of premium version of the app. And as we grow and have sponsorships, the prizes will also become more. At this point, I don't know what they'll be, but absolutely. And of course, we are planning Gig House with a possible film date of fall of 2024, where there is a cash prize for that. That prize is to be determined. I don't know what it is. They know what I'm thinking. That doesn't seem to be a problem.
$1 million.
You got to adjust
I
that
don't
for
think it's
inflation.
I don't think it's that much.
That's not accurate. Gary is just putting out there, speaking it into existence. So it's not accurate right now. They go like, you said $1 million. I meant $1,000,000 pennies.
So Frank is saying, what do the wars consist of? It can be anything, Frank. Every war is different. It's your war. So if you create the war, you determine the start date, the end date, what apps you use, how many players can join, how long your war is, what your particular war is. We've had shopping wars, catering wars. We've had fast food wars. That was the only time we were looking for fast food orders. Um, yeah, it can be whatever you want it to be.
Ooh, we should do a burger war.
Well, we can do one. We'll just
we've
see
had
who can eat the
sushi
most
wars.
burgers.
Yeah.
Let's do an empanada war.
Okay, got it. I know where to go.
I'll drive up to Cray Cray.
I know where to go.
Frank, do you have a war in mind? Jonathan says, I want to win a trip to Hawaii to go see Boots. Aw. Gig Wars doesn't have that kind of money to have prizes
You can
like
sleep
that
on
at
Boots'
this time.
couch.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't you hear? Boots is homeless. He lives in his truck. You can sleep in the passenger seat.
You can sleep in the back of the truck.
You
Yeah.
can run the food to the door.
Yeah, you can be the runner.
Yeah. That's your prize. You're gonna go to Hawaii and be a runner for Boots.
Yep. You got to be quick, though, man.
You know, if Boots is homeless, he's just giving those cookies to himself.
Oh, very true.
Yeah, he
Oh,
I'm telling you, he's gonna eat all them cookies over his shift.
he is.
he's
He
gonna be
is.
sick as a dog. Frank, are
Probably.
you in the Gig Wars Discord? Because you could find yourself a whole host of people who would go to war with you.
I'm always willing to join in that.
Ron, I think that's Ron.
What's wrong?
You got an
Feedback. Feedback.
Mic check, mic check.
It was
I
Boots.
just muted him.
Test.
Yeah, that's wrong. He needs to leave and come back.
It's always Ronald.
Well, when he's running 3 or 4 phones.
I run a bunch.
I do too.
I need to get
I
rid
do
of
too.
too many damn phones.
And a tablet.
Cody,
And the
you can
tablet,
send one
yeah.
to me. I need another phone.
I mean, I'm literally running 2 Androids and an iPhone and 2 tablets in my car when I'm out there. And one of the tablets is up here all the time, and then the other one is just extra. It's just a lot. 15 inches of snow and what?
He said at least there's not 15 inches of snow in Hawaii. I don't think there's 15 inches of snow anywhere in the U.S. right now.
I'm looking at a half centimeter that's not melted.
That's a lot. Not.
You guys, we've been here for 2 hours. Oh my God. Does anybody have anything else to add?
I don't think so.
Nope, I'm good.
Nothing important.
I mean,
Anybody in the chat have any questions before we wind it down for the night? Oh. All right. Well, we'll see you all next week.
See ya.
You guys have a wonderful
See y'all
night. Thank
later.
you for watching.